Series 3 time. And things are starting to really pick up now with the art style. Though I'm not the biggest fan of how they bordered the cards with Series 1 and 2. You know, there's a lot of art with a thin border. Here, it seems like the majority of the cards have a cosmic background, and then there's a little shape with some background art that I guess represents the specific character, and then it shows the character, but it isn't like a thin border with a whole bunch of art. It's just kind of like little spots of it, really. But like with Series 2, these cards continue on, showing bar graphs with stats on the back. Unlike Series 1, these also do not have wins, losses, ties, win rates for characters. But they do have the bar graphs showing the stats, and then some flavor text, and then some stats about the characters, real name, first appearance, etc. And lots of these characters will be the same as as the two previous sets, but they're adding more as they go. There's a Gambit on the first page. I really like Gambit. The Spider-Man art's really cool. I don't think that there was a Sleepwalker in the previous sets. Maybe there was Weapon Omega, but got some Canada in there. Also, the backs of the cards are all horizontal, not vertical. Makes it a little bit more difficult, but I guess gives a bit more space for the bar graph, I suppose. Classic Black Widow. Again, the classic She-Hulk look. I definitely prefer that to where they're going now. Captain Britain. It's kind of a whatever character. Morbius. He's a pretty cool character. The art for Ghost Rider's sick. And you'll also notice that the like cosmic background of the card art, it does bleed onto the following cards. So they're starting to do a little bit of the the cards being connected when they're in pages. Not they don't really do that with Series 1 and 2. Going forward, you're going to be seeing a little bit more of that. But for now, it's pretty much just kind of like a cosmic background that sort of bleeds in between cards, right? Black Panther, absolute boss. Ant-Man, not the biggest fan. His character in the Marvel movies was pretty funny. There's going to be Punisher, lots of those in every set. Same with Storm and Mr. Fantastic. Moon Knight, that's kind of a weird thing how they made his cape conform to the circle that they put there. It looks a little bit weird to me, but yeah. Warlock, Wolverine, I like that art. Professor X, using his mind powers. This stuff's looking a lot more like Jim Lee in these sets. I really like that art style. Psylocke again, ugh, very nice. Colossus is pretty cool. Megan as well. I think that this is the first set where Namorita's in there. Same with Warpath. Got that indigenous representation in there. I think that more indigenous and First Nations people, superheroes popping up through the sets as well. Longshot's pretty cool. Nova Iron Man. I like that Archangel art. That's a really cool piece. That I'd have on a poster. I think that's really cool. Rogue, looking like she did in in the animated series. I think that's my favorite Rogue look. To be honest, Jean Grey, same thing. Don't know anything about Starhawk, but it's a cool looking character. And then yeah, so superheroes ends at 70, and then it gets into team ups. Spider-Man and Human Torch, Spider-Man and Ghost Rider, Wolverine and Hulk. They've been fighting in the past. Magneto and Doctor Doom. It's quite the team up. Spider-Man and Wolverine. Wolverine teaming up with a lot of people. Wolverine and Cable. Captain America and Nomad. Vision and Scarlet Witch. They did more than team up. Thor Corps. Wonder Man and Beast. Wolverine, Ghost Rider, and Punisher. Bros on an Adventure. Punisher and Captain America. Spider-Man and Daredevil. Red Skull and Baron Zemo. Wolverine and Havoc. And then yeah, the team ups end at 100, and then we get into super villains. There's some new ones like Abomination, Zodiac. We got some more Apocalypse. The art, the characters' art is more stylized. In these, there's you know like I think there's more action poses. And then like the Destroyer, I guess that's the guy from the Thor movie. The Rose. Green Goblin. Dracula's pretty cool. That's this is the first set from the Marvel series where he shows up. And look at those stats on Dracula. Wow. He's a Captain America enemy, I believe. Mephisto. I bet the stats on him are pretty crazy. Thanos. Yeah, all of these. Carnage, probably high stats. Omega Red. Maelstrom, Thanos. Mephisto. Let's see. Yeah, Mephisto. He's off the charts on everything but fighting ability. Wow. Actually, Carnage is pretty low. Kind of a weakling, actually. Omega Red has high fighting ability. Maelstrom, middle, a few stats are up there. Thanos is 6 on several. Yeah, but so Mephisto's like the strongest on that page by a pretty wide margin. Cardiac for Spider-Man. Same with Silvermane and Kingpin. Mr. Sinister's a pretty badass character. Slug. Shiva, Blackout, Pantheon, Crossbones. Oh yeah, okay, so the villains end at 140, and then we get into the rookies, because gotta have the rookies. Slapstick. Pantheon, Cerise, Darkhold Redeemers. Strong guy. Bishop is a rookie? Is that a joke? And then the rookies go until 149, and then we get into Cosmic Beings. Actual collector, I'm not saying that Del Toro did a bad job, but this is the collector, you know? Like, Cosmic Being. Not some quirky whatever, right? Living Tribunals, like one of the strongest characters in the entire Marvel universe. Watcher kind of on the lower end. Didn't Thanos take him out? Galactus is up there, but yeah, so like stats on these guys. Living Tribunal, sevens on everything, but fighting ability is actually similar to Mephisto. Galactus, pretty high stats. Watcher, fairly high. The Collector, surprisingly powerful. I feel like the Collector wouldn't get his ass handed to him by Thanos. More cosmic beings. Ego, yup. Death, absolutely. The Stranger. The Celestials. That's old school. Epoch, I'm not too familiar with that character. But then the cosmic beings end at 160. And then it gets into Origins, but just the stats on some of these cosmic beings. So Death is sevens on 3 of the stats. Stranger is all 6s and a 7. In between are high up there. Celestials not applicable. Eternity all 7s but fighting ability. And Ego really high up there, lots of 7s as well. The Origins, they're just talking about the origin stories of the characters. Spider-Man, Hulk, Silver Surfer, Wolverine. Some nice extra little reading to give you some info on characters if you don't know too much about them. Thor's origins, Fantastic Four's origins, Daredevil, and then we get into teams. Avengers, of course, X-Force, X-Factor, New Warriors, Alpha Flight. For Canada, Avengers West Coast, Night Stalkers, Guardians of the Galaxy. They look different. X-Men and Excalibur. And then Fantastic Four, X-Men, Serpent Society. And then we get into wars, and then these are like story arcs. So like there's Secret Wars, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Evolutionary War, Extinction Agenda, and a few others that I'm not too familiar with, but there's descriptions for all of them. Kree versus Skrulls. I married a Skrull. Days of Future Past. The Dark Phoenix Saga. It's a cool picture. Coming of Galactus. With the Herald against the Fantastic Four. Death of Gwen Stacy. So super emotional. Daredevil taking out the Kingpin. Wedding of Spider-Man. And then I've got all 5 of the chase cards here. As usual, I'll give them a bit of a close-up, and they're different colors too. So Hulk, you really have to get them at the right angle to see exactly how sweet the cards are, right? But the Hulk card is green, shocking. And again, the back of the card is horizontal, not vertical. So it shows real name, group affiliation, first appearance. And then we've got thing. They're a little bit hard to see. Thing getting ready to stomp. Showing feet. And then that's the back. I guess it would have been helpful if I had autofocus on, but it just changes at all the wrong moments. Wolverine, super cool. He's a staple for chase cards. Got the sun shining on me in a weird way too. That's the back of Wolverine. Venom. Not a big fan of the art, but I mean it's a chase card, so looking cool with the holo. And the final card is Ghost Rider. The art on this one's pretty sweet. I like the bike. So that's the chase cards for Series 3 and Series 3 itself. Checklist shows all that stuff. Next up is Series 4. Thanks very much for watching. And stick around if you want to see the rest of them, because there's lots more coming. Have a great day.